Hello.
Hi,
How goes?
I'm not in Missouri
He's here for a day.
again. Roughly. I flew from LA yesterday. Hello, dog.
So I just had this thought right now. You kind of look like Mitch Hedberg in a good way.
I thought about that the other day, like a couple weeks ago, because I was thinking of cutting the mullet off, and then I walked into my bathroom and I was like, maybe I leave it for a little bit.
That's.
Cheers, buddy.
I literally was just as I'm sitting across from you at this angle, I was like, "Oh my god, it's like Mitch Hedberg."
What's funny is we'll get more into the wedding. That's really good. I went down to LA for a wedding. We'll get more into that later, but um, there's a few people at the wedding that like kept coming up and being like, "Dude, you look like Travis Tritt." And I'm like, I don't know who that is, but thanks. Like, I know his music because my grandpa listened to it. And I forged a Travis Tritt signature because the guy was joking. He's like, I gotta get your signature later, and I signed something that's Travis Tritt for him. And he's like, holy shit, that looks like his signature. I'm like, yeah, there's things I know how to do. Like, got a picture with him. And then the next day in the morning, I was like, who the fuck is Travis Tritt? Because everybody was complimenting my hair, saying it looked nice. I looked up a photo of Travis Tritt and was like, fuck those guys. I'm like, that's a weird looking dude.
I gotta look him up. I feel like I know who he is,
He's
but
got like my mullet is styled. His is like when you think of a redneck mullet, that is a redneck mullet.
oh, Travis Tritt. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Oh, honestly, I think they're talking about this one.
I could see that. Yeah, actually, I take it back. The gospel album Travis Tritt looks very much like me, and I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
there's the newer his older stuff, like or when he's sorry, as he's an older person, no, but that one and a couple there's like one or two that I can see that are like when he looks pretty cool.
Means to me is I cannot have the mullet for 5 more years. It has to go away when I'm like by the time I'm 40. Latest.
Oh yeah, it's a span of time. I don't
Yeah.
think you can keep it forever. That definitely is. Nat 20.
I almost got a nat one.
Yeah, you got a 2. But hey, 2 and 20. Okay. Yours is a multiplier.
I like it.
Here we go.
22. It was almost a 20 actually.
It really was. But fuck yeah. Oh, hi Bonnie's. Bonnie's in the room.
Good, buddy. Hello. You got shit
Will you
in
get
your
up
face.
there?
You wanna come up?
Yeah, I gotta get the vacuum in here. It's been a while since I need to really actually organize this room. It's been forever.
I would offer to come help.
I just been very lazy.
I feel that, dude. Like I did mention I was like when I flew in last week, I was like, yeah, you've been busy. I'm gonna clean the house. Like, you're going with me to LA. Like, you're doing a lot for this. Like, I'll do something nice for you. And then I got in and was like, I've also been busy. I think I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
I think that might be the vibe for today too, unfortunately. But
Yeah, that's kind of why I was like, wasn't even sure if we were going to today. Because
man.
Same. It's why I want to. It's just more of like, how much did you need to like rest? But you said like you got some sleep. So
Yeah, and honestly, like, I was thinking about it. I was like, we got back to the house around 7, 8-ish. And I was like, if I didn't wake up to do this or wake up to do something else and slept until 5, 6 o'clock at night, like, I have to be up at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
yeah,
Like, so I was like, I need something in the
get
middle.
you up.
It will confuse the shit out of me though, because
Yeah,
I only slept a little bit on the plane yesterday.
I don't blame you. That's right. I mean, I almost can't sleep on a plane unless it's like really long.
I can sleep easily, but with how bad my snoring is now, I'm like, I do not want to be that asshole on a red eye that is just fucking chainsawing and keeping everybody awake. So I was like, I got a couple Red Bulls, I got like a fucking espresso drink, and like I was playing some video games, and then like I hit a point where I couldn't play the video game, like I was starting to doze off, and I was like, all right, switch to an anime. I switched to an anime, watched a couple episodes, and then like I didn't even realize I fell asleep, but like I was leaning over like this, so I didn't snore because I wasn't leaning back. But I like woke up, and like it was like a blink. Like one of the episodes, we were like learning some shit about the bad guys, and then I blinked and I woke up and they were fighting one of the good guys, like a good guy versus a good guy, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck happened? Like,
yeah, you're like, I missed an entire arc.
I was like, god damn, and I looked and like, dude, I was like about 3, almost 4 episodes later than what I remember. I'm like,
yeah,
damn, I slept for a good hour and a half.
I don't blame you. I think the only time I've really slept on a plane was like the 2 times that, like, the one time we went to Copenhagen and back, those long flights. I didn't necessarily sleep. I mostly just kind of took like a doze off nap here and there.
That's kind of what I do, yeah.
Yeah, I can't actually sleep. It was more of just like lay my head down and close my eyes a little bit. I slept for maybe an hour.
Yeah.
And then same, I think with Aruba, because that was a long flight from here to...
Yeah, those longer ones, it's almost like, I mean, you run out of shit to do.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've said it on here before, it comes from poverty, the reason that I think like this. Sometimes, to make things go faster, i.e., you didn't have enough money for dinner, and you get paid tomorrow. You know what makes tomorrow come faster? You go to sleep.
Yep.
Like,
yeah, I definitely like, I mean, I think for the Aruba one, I made sure there was 1 or 2 podcasts I didn't listen to for like a week or 2. So I had 2 episodes coming up, and then I just had stuff to do. Like, honestly, for a good chunk of that one, I ended up playing Star Wars on my phone.
Yeah.
The Old Republic.
I got
still haven't beat it.
I ordered it a while ago, and it finally showed up last week. Turns out they sell it at fucking Walmart, and I could have just went to Walmart and got it for like $20 more, but I didn't know that. But I ordered one. It's like a little controller thing. Like you can get it as an Xbox or a PlayStation one. So I got the PlayStation one, obviously. I got that. And I was messing around with it a little bit on the flight from Missouri to Detroit, and it was kind of nice, but like I didn't use it at all on the other flights because I was like, I got to take my case off, and like it plugs into your charging port, and then you've got a charging port you can plug into it, and I'm like, it's kind of like a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
I ended up we talked about trying to use the my Switch on the plane that I couldn't use it because it wouldn't let me use Wi-Fi. Well, with that thought in mind, so originally, remember how I said that like my account apparently got hacked and that they turned it off and I had to call to get it unlocked? So I finally call, and it took like 30 minutes or so because they had to like really verify it was me and that I owned the thing. And like apparently whatever my settings are on my screen are not what line up in hers, and she was like really confused why like I needed to disconnect from the Wi-Fi and then reconnect so she could get the global IP number or whatever. And I was just like, okay, well, I have one here. And she's like, well, like, do the thing. And I was like, all right, well, it doesn't have a button that says I disconnect. It just allows me to switch Wi-Fis or test my internet connection, which that shows me the thing. And but like, it took a while for them to figure that out. And I'm like, yeah. So
That's weird.
it was annoying, but finally got there. I confirm it, and I immediately. I'm only doing this so I can buy the new Pokemon game, and I buy it, and then I thought about this at work, and I was like, you know what? No. And so I went home. As soon as I got home, I canceled it on the Switch, the pre-order, and I just pre-ordered a physical copy on Amazon. So that way,
I'm saying now, like I'm getting back into physical media.
yeah, same.
Because they just it's getting weird, man. They just sold EA to Saudi Arabia.
Oh yeah, I'll never buy another Madden game because of that. I'm like, fuck, I can't buy any of the future sports games.
I got nothing against Saudi Arabia. Like the thing that's weird is it's like you sold it to a country. And then same with
well, they didn't sell it to a country. They sold it to people in a country.
Princes and shit.
Yes.
Yeah, which is kind of the same shit.
But
they also Crunchyroll is partnering up with like an Israeli promoter or distributor or something, and it's weird.
Yep. Yeah, to me the Saudi thing is that they're, if I remember correctly, that this is one of the guys directly involved in 9/11.
Yeah.
So it's, and like the Jamal Khashoggi stuff. So I'm kind of like, yeah, if you're allowing that guy,
it's weird.
Like
same with the Crunchyroll Israeli thing. Like it's like from what I read, they're partnering up with somebody who like the people they're partnering with are directly related to like distributing Israeli propaganda, and I'm like,
yeah,
it would be one thing to be like, hey, we're partnering with, you know, like just a distributor or server that's located in that area, but you're partnering with people that are like directly related to government shit.
Yeah,
it's just weird.
Yeah, so I'm kind of just in this like, I don't know. I guess it's one of those things. I think what they're trying to do is like evolve, but not evolve. I don't know. It's one of those like, I'll give it like 5 years and see if the country actually evolves. Like that seems like because that's what it seems like they're trying to do, is that they're trying to act like they're evolving, and whether that's I guess I shouldn't say act. They're trying to. Because they had like a whole comedy show over there,
yeah.
But that came out that they censored it.
They do that a lot.
So it's kind of one of those like, all right, well, yeah, I until like they really like are not.
They do that a lot, and we do the same shit.
Well, that's the thing. Is like we're at this point, like we're not better, so I don't feel better about it. Like
but
it's horrible.
What's coming
Both
out is
now.
There's so many people that are actually like. They actually know about the shit now, so it's less of like, you know, it's more in the light now, so we can actually see it, and then we can be like, oh well, I don't like that, so I'm not going to support your thing.
Yeah.
Like, same with piracy coming back. Like so many anime fans, like we were the piracy people. Like, we used to we would watch shit on YouTube, part 1 through 9, you know? Like, but when something was good, we would support it. Like, we would buy physical copies. When Funimation came out and Crunchyroll came out with their streaming stuff, we're like, hell yeah, everything's there. We'll pay you for it. You know, it's $8 a month. That's fine. Prices are going up. Their servers are shitty. I can't watch Crunchyroll on my PS5. Like, it just doesn't fucking work anymore. I can watch it on my phone. Every time I try on the PS5, it just loads because their servers for PlayStation are ass. So a lot of us are like, we tried. We told you what we wanted. Like, people have been bitching about the PlayStation servers since the PS4 came out, and nothing has changed. So a lot of us are like, we're going to go back to pirating, and then we're going to order the physical copies of the animes we enjoyed so that the people who made the anime get the money now.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem, is trying to act. Like, at this point, like, I think I'm going to end up. I feel like I should talk to Melissa about canceling Spotify and at least moving to Apple Music.
Yeah, I stayed with YouTube just because it's YouTube Music and YouTube Premium, so I get no ads. It's
Yeah.
equally kind of shitty, but I'm like, I use it so much.
Well, that's fair. Like at this point, like I do use like Apple, but not that much. I end up buying a lot of the music, and then here and there, like when I feel like listening to something that's not purchased, I go to it.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like I'm not like, oh, I only use Spotify for breaking points to keep up on the news. And I haven't listened to that like 2 weeks because I just keep getting like angrier and I don't want to. I'm like, it sucks.
Yeah.
So like at this point I do need to listen because it has been so long and I need to catch up on some stuff. But like it's it's been I've just been trying to like, all right, like
You gotta take a break, man.
I should
I get it.
But
I get it.
What was it? We did fuck. I had something going here and I lost it. So we were watching we were watching some of the new British Bake Off. I'm saying I was just gonna change. I'm gonna change. I literally like I think they're on episode or season 20 or what, I don't know, something forever.
It's like series 20, yeah.
Yeah, me and Melissa have watched the first episode twice, but we've been so tired lately that we don't remember what happened. So we still need to watch it a third time and actually like watch it. And I'm like, I think they're now on episode like 6 at this point.
They're pretty far. I watched a little bit of it with Chrissy Thursday last week. Yeah. I usually wait until they're finished and then I watch the whole thing. Like, I get watching it as you go and like rooting for somebody, but like,
yeah,
I don't have time.
No, that's it at this point. Like we've been trying to get to like, I really need to make a more like even more effort at trying to like get to bed at a time.
Yeah,
because I keep feeling it. I'm like, man, like I've been lucky that we haven't been working the weekends and stuff, but it's
agreed.
rough.
Like, I'll pivot now into the wedding.
Yeah.
When we saw the itinerary, it said the wedding was ending at 9, and we were like, wow, that's pretty early. Like, that kind of sucks. But then we got to LA, and like, they're 3 hours behind us, and fucking, I mean, it was pretty bad for me because I flew in to Detroit on Thursday, and then we flew to LA on Friday, and like, 2 days of travel, awful. But when we got into LA, like we had a little bit of breakfast before we got to Detroit, and a little like bit of snacks on the plane. Then we got to LA. It was like 2:00 when we landed. Got the rental around 3. Got to the hotel around, or we went to the rental place around 4:30. So
yeah. So,
our time, that's like 7 at night.
Jesus.
So we hadn't eaten anything for like 12 hours. And then we all went to a restaurant to like mingle. And I was like, this is good. Like, we'll get some food. We'll go to the hotel. We can meet everybody because I don't know everybody. Turns out I did know a decent amount. But
there you go.
In the groomsmen group chat, the whole time I was like, all right, I don't know who the fuck John is. I don't know who Anthony is. Hung out with them all the time back in the day. So when I saw them again, I was like, oh, fuck, yeah, like, I fucking love you guys.
That's awesome. That's sick.
But
that's really sick.
At the restaurant, Chrissy and I were both getting a migraine. Like,
because you're so exhausted and hungry.
And, like, got back to the hotel, like, I don't know, like, 7-ish LA time, so, like, 10 o'clock our time. Passed out, woke up at 5. Like, hung out while we were there because we didn't have anything. We were going to dinner / happy hour at like 4:30, so we went and went up some mountains, checked out the scenery and whatnot. Went to a cool coffee shop. Like, got some stickers and shit that I forgot to bring. I also forgot to bring Cocaine Stepdad again.
It's okay.
I looked at it.
I remember that I saw the Snapchat of the coffee shop and I was like,
yeah, it was pretty fucking good.
I imagine. And then he said like you went to the sushi.
Yeah, we went to all you can eat sushi. I had one piece of sushi and some ramen and some like very fucking spicy fries.
Ooh.
Yeah, just kind of hung out, went up some mountains, took some cool pictures, went to the happy hour. That was dope, dude. Like, the whole time I was like, destination wedding. Everybody says these suck. Like, I've spent so much money to get here. I think if you're in the bridal party, not even for a destination wedding, just like in general, like if your wedding is in town, schedule some shit to do with the bridal party the days before. Because all of us hung out like, that Friday. Those of us that got there hung out Friday. Everybody else got there Saturday. We all hung out. Some of the other guests got there early. We hung out with all of them. Met people to where you're not like, you're going to the wedding with people family members that you haven't met from them. You met them yesterday.
Yeah.
So like you've already mingled a little bit. Like you recognize a face. You might not recognize a name, but like all those nerves of like meeting new people was done yesterday.
Honestly, I think some of that is part of the wedding rehearsal, but it's not
that
as
too. But
the same.
It's like the wedding rehearsal is like
a quick thing.
It's a quick thing, but also it's like you're there for work.
That's
like,
fair.
You need to make sure you're doing what you need to do properly, blah blah blah. Whereas this, it was like we went to a bar.
Like, that's fair.
And like a bunch of us hung out. We met like some family members, like some of the other guests that showed up. Met most of the bridal party. I think I didn't meet the person I walked with. I don't know if they were at the bar.
That is a thing that once in a while you're just like, oh yeah, you just meet them right before. Because I've done that once or twice. For like Mitch's wedding, I didn't. It was one of Felicia's, like, I was one of the last ones. So it was like some of the flower girls, or not flower girl, but like last whatever person. Yeah. And so like I met her like basically at the rehearsal again right before, and then that was yeah. Other than that, I'm like, at Mark's wedding, like a decade ago. At this point, actually, I think they just did that. Congratulations to them.
Congrats.
Longer than that, but they, it was like one of her cousins. I met her again. Like, yeah, I was like, oh shit, I forgot who.
That's how it was when we went into the suit place. Like, other guys were in there trying on their suits, and John had his on already, and like,
I thought you said soup, and I got different. I got excited, but a different kind of excited.
Soup rental, but no, John was in there already. He had his whole suit on and everything, and like, I walked in, I saw Brad and then walk up, so I was like, oh, I recognize him. Did intros, and then we turned and walked in the suit place, and Brad was the only person who recognized John. The rest of us, because he was in the suit, and he came up and shook our hands and was like, hey, how's it going? We were like, this fucker works here. And it took me like, I shook his hand, I turned to talk, and then I turned back around and I was like, yo, we almost got in a car crash together like 10 years ago. I remember you now.
My god. Wait, so what's the name of the actual groom?
Brad. Yeah.
That's right. Okay, I thought so.
Yeah, he
just wanted to triple check.
He was dating my girlfriend's sister back in college. Sister. It was my girlfriend's mom's ex-husband's daughter. So no relationship at all. But
we're together a long time kind of deal.
Yeah. So yeah, I met him through that. We did go to high school together, but I didn't meet him really at high school. I knew John because he was kind of friends with my brother. But yeah, it was cool, man. Like meeting up with a bunch of people and then like reminiscing about high school, but like none of us really knew each other in high school. Some of them knew each other, but like I didn't. So it was like getting to learn new stories and shit. It was cool. And then yeah, went got some food. The happy hour was dope. Like really cool bar. Held the door open for McLovin.
I was gonna say, I feel like most bars and stuff are pretty cool, and then you're like, yeah, I saw McLovin. I'm like, what?
Dude.
That down the barrel shot of him catching you taking a photo of him is so fucking hilarious.
I want you to throw it up if you can remember to, because I held the door open for him. This is my saving grace. I didn't go to bother him because I was nervous, and I wish John and Anthony had stayed because they would have helped. But when we were getting up to leave, I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to go bother him, but I'm gonna like sneak a picture just in case he doesn't want to get a photo, like. So I went to stretch and like I did my normal stretch, and like I don't think it was obvious because nobody else really looked, and it just so happened to be like. Once I hit click, he was just like perfectly down the barrel. And I was like, we gotta leave. Like,
I gotta be honest, I bet you he's so used to people doing
like
something like that it's he knows like at some point, like if someone's doing like a weird put their coat on with a phone in their hand.
Yeah.
Like if you have your phone on the table, he's not looking at you at all. But if he's
But I will say my saving grace, I parking was 2 hours, and like I kept saying, I was like, parking's 2 hours. Like if we're staying a little longer, like we need to go out there and move the car, And then we didn't. So when John and Anthony went to leave, I was like, hey, I'll walk out with you, and then like I'm gonna go check my car. So I went to walk out there with them. I held the door open, and when I opened the door to look, I was like, that guy looks familiar. And he was like, oh, thanks, buddy. And like patted me on the shoulder. And then I closed the door, went to go look at my car, and was like, all right, no ticket. Was that McLovin? Like, went back into the bar, and like I sat down next to Chrissy and everything, and I was like, I think McLovin's sitting at the table next to us, like kitty corner. And they're like, no, it's not. And then everybody turned, and they're like, that's fucking McLovin. And then Chrissy and I went through his Instagram for finding fucking tattoos.
And he knew.
Finding tattoos he had, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna go get another beer, and I'm gonna look at his left arm and see if those tattoos match. And I fucking walked around, and he perfectly went like that, and it was like I could clearly see the tattoos, and I was like, yeah, that's the exact fucking tattoo. Like it's a word, like there's no mistaking it. And then went and got the beer, came back, and was like, we need to bother him, but I don't want to bother him. I don't want to be that guy, So it didn't.
I mean, I don't blame you on that, but also, yeah, he probably... To be fair, I feel like he must obviously be so used to, like, the second he sees someone kind of do, like, a hood, and they all kind of look at him, and they look at their phone.
Yeah. But we did also, like, I was going to get up and bother him, because I was like, he really hasn't been in, like, not downplaying his famousness, but I was like, he hasn't really been in anything big recent. So it's not like it's fucking Brad Pitt or like, Mark Ruffalo in the bar with us. Like, still a really big actor, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, he plays in a band, like, he's a little more down to earth. But then one of the other guys who had noticed it was McLovin was like, hey, there's another new guy in here who's bald with, like, tattoos on his neck and, like, an earpiece. And he keeps walking around and circling that table and looking at everybody in the bar. And I'm like,
he has a security guard.
Got a security guard.
Yeah, it doesn't shock me.
Yeah, but it was cool, man. I mean, and honestly, that photo being so blurry, it does kind of remind me of like a Renaissance photo or painting. So I'm like, it's kind of cool.
You know what? You got it. It's fine. He probably like, whatever. It's,
And then if I ever do run into him and actually meet him, I can be like, let me tell you a story of how I chickened out the first time I met you, but didn't meet you.
He'll be like, cool. You're not the first.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's got it. I'm sure he's had like a lot of weird ass interactions, especially when it actually happened.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, man. But it was cool shit.
Hell yeah.
Hung out at that bar for a while. Like I said, got to meet a lot of the bridal party and some other guests, which really made like one. It did help Chrissy meet people. You know, to where when she's at the wedding, waiting for us to do all her shit, like she can go mingle with other people. You know, and then also for me too, because it was like the people I did know I hadn't seen in like 10 years.
Yeah.
Know? So it was like we got to catch up a little bit. And then when we got to the wedding, it was like did everything we needed to. Everybody got ready. It wasn't awkward getting ready because we rekindled and remet and blah, blah, blah. And then once we got to like the reception area, it was like, all right, we don't have to waste time mingling and talking to each other. It's like, let's fucking go get drinks.
Yeah.
Like, immediately.
Oh, yeah. Everyone wants to do that. And then they feel even better about mingling.
Yeah. And then it was nice for, like, the dance floor, too. Because you know me, I don't really get on there. And a lot of these other guys don't either. So it was nice because sometimes some of us would be out there and we would notice other people needed to be brought in. So we would, like, go out and grab some people we recognized and then dip back out. You know, so it was like we could pinpoint the people that would be comfortable getting in and hyping up parties, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You do it once or twice. You're like, all right, cool. Yeah. I did my thing, and then
it was fun.
Get
really,
out.
Really nice wedding. Church was fucking beautiful. On a mountain.
I saw the Snapchat. That place looked pretty nice.
Like on top of a mountain. The reception was in a real cool area. It was also on a mountain. LA was so much more mountains than I thought it would be.
Yeah, you kind of forget that it is just like a lot of fucking hills.
I mean, straight mountains, dude. But it was really cool, really beautiful. The open bar had like actual good liquors. Like I went up to the bar. The first drink I got, I was like talking to John because we did a whiskey flight, and like he ordered the flight and he was like, all right, we're doing shots. I was like, no, we are sipping these are good whiskeys. He was like, oh, you know your shit. So when we got to the wedding, he was like, what are we drinking? I was like, well, they got monkey shoulder over there, we can try something with that. And then the guy was like, yeah, I can make you a whiskey sour. And I was like, you can damn well try. And he did. It was fucking good. So I was like,
oh yeah,
all right, they know what's up. But really pretty, man. I mean, like I said, on top of a mountain. Views were gorgeous.
I mean, I got to imagine, any wedding in LA is going to be pretty nice.
If you're ever down there, the reception was at some place called Castaway. Castaway, which really fucking pretty. And then, the rest of the trip, we just tried other random places. Went to the mall every single day we were there. Because I had to go get the suit. And then the next day we were like, well, we'll go get sushi at this place, but it doesn't open until blah, blah, blah. So we'll go to the mall. We got some like figurines and shit. Went and got sushi. And then the next day I had to return the suit, you know. So like, went to the mall every day. And then the last day we went, I can't remember where we went, the name of the coffee shop, but we went to a different coffee shop. And then we went to the Natural History Museum out there because they had the history of cats.
So, that's cool.
We saw that and we were like, we gotta fucking go to that.
Yeah,
because like our plan was to get like tattoos while we were out there. Like I still am gonna ask like if we want to just go to Xander because we were gonna get an avocado for California.
That's fair.
But like we saw that and we're like, we're dead tired, you know, like that's over by the airport, you know, like we went to that, went to a random brewery. LA Dodgers were playing and the fucking brewery was packed.
Like, yeah, they're in the
Yeah.
postseason.
So like everybody was screaming, yelling. Some fucking FedEx guys showed up like still in uniform after work. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
really
No,
fucking good, dude.
they have. Let's say sports has been. We're in the postseason as well. Actually, they're currently playing, and
Yeah, the Tigers played.
it got delayed. It looks like because of the rain that's happening right now.
Yeah,
So
no, they were playing when we were when we went to the bar for happy hour Saturday.
yeah,
Or they had started playing or something. Yeah, it was funny at the wedding because we were on top of a mountain, so there was no cell service, and everyone was like, "Uh-oh, how do we check the scores?" And like there was people that worked the venue that had the Wi-Fi, and I just pulled my hotspot out and was like, "Here you go." I was like, "I'm not allowed to watch or listen. Do not update me, because we will lose." It was the Lions playing that day.
oh
And like,
yeah,
everyone was like fucking hyped. They're like, "Yo, you got the fucking Wi-Fi?" And then when we got to the reception, other people were coming up. They're like, "I can't tip the guy on Venmo because I have no connection." And I'm like, "I have all of the internet."
that's fucking awesome. You're the hero of the day from your Wi-Fi.
No one knew though. It was just I only told like few select people. I was like, Brad said he just wants Lions updates, and that's all he wants right now. So like, I'm gonna give my Wi-Fi to all of the groomsmen, and then like your significant others or plus ones, like if they need Wi-Fi later, come grab me. We'll fucking hook it up.
Hi.
But it was a blast, man.
Hell yeah.
Like, I kind of liked that we didn't plan anything because it was like we would just wake up and go wherever. But there is a few things I want to check out next time I go back. Like, didn't go to In-N-Out. I feel like I need to go to In-N-Out.
That's fair.
Didn't go to the Santa Monica Pier, which would have been cool, but I was like, that's that way, and I'm dead tired. Let's just go to fucking LA, close to the airport, and like do some shit out there.
I feel like it's hard to do a lot of the things you want to in LA in a whole weekend unless that's the entirety of what you're trying to do. Yeah. It's just those specifics.
Yeah, and I've been on a few vacations where it's like, it annoys me because it's like, when I'm on vacation, I want to relax.
Yeah.
But when it's like, hey, 10 o'clock, we're going to this place for breakfast. And then 12 o'clock, we're going to this place to see a thing. And then 1 o'clock, we're doing lunch. And then 2 o'clock, we need to be at this thing. And then 3, this thing. I'm like, let's just fucking walk around and be like, that looks cool. Like,
let's try it. Yeah. Yeah. That's honestly like, that was one of my favorite days that me and Melissa had when we went to Copenhagen. Was just the day that we walked around and just found a bunch of bars after we were done doing stuff. We went to like 3 different places to have drinks just for the fuck of it. And I was like, it was really cool.
That brewery we went to the last day, Monday, we stopped to get gas after the museum. And then she was like, oh, there's a brewery over here we can go to, like have a beer, get some food. And she was going to sit down, do her homework, and then we were going to go straight to the airport. And then she was looking, she's like, oh, the reviews are kind of shitty on this. And then she was like, oh, there's one called Tortuga, which is like a turtle. She's like, we got to fucking go to that, because Fred, his favorite animal is turtles. So we're like, we got to go to that and check it out. And we got there, and like, it was packed. People fucking hyped for the game. There was like a hot dog pop-up there. And, like, their motto was, like, we're not just a hot dog place, we're the hot dog place. Yeah, they're the hot dog place, dude.
Was that the pizza dog you got?
Pizza dog, yeah. Like, that shit slapped.
It looked good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, honestly, that weekend we were doing the Melissa's competition.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that, right.
So, like, she did good. She got 8th out of 10. But, like, considering the fact it's her first time in this division and she weighed in at 141 and the weight limit was 160. And a lot of her competitors were cutting. Like, the people that won were close to her size, but they had been in it for years at this point. Mm-hmm. So, also, like, there was a lot of the couple things that like she had trouble with. She had trouble with the stone. She had to lift a 180-pound stone up over this bar as many times as she could, but because she's the shortest person there, and the bar that would have been good for her height was at they wouldn't yeah, you got closed eggs. They wouldn't they had set the limit for like how many times you could move it. 50 was at 50. But yeah, so
like for everybody?
No. Technically for everybody, but because the weight was so any weight higher than what they were doing is like impossible to do 50 times unless you're per whatever. But this was for the novice people, and like they had 4 people ended up doing it 50 times, and that takes a long time per person. So like she didn't have an opportunity to use the bar that she would have been able to actually get it over because they never finished on it. Otherwise, like, she stood really good. Didn't know it was outside.
Yeah, I saw that in Snapchat. Like,
yeah.
That kind of sucks.
Oh, yeah, no, I got, like...
Yeah.
It's been, 2 days, 3 days. So, yeah, it was rough. We also didn't know we had to bring chairs, so we found out that morning, so we brought some, but like I felt bad because like my sister Abby and her husband Phil went to come support, and they didn't have chairs because
you could have brought chairs for them. Yeah.
Well, we didn't have chairs, but they had them, but didn't keep them in their car, and then. So, yeah, it was just kind of like, all right, well, it was a good time. She did really, really well. She lifted the front. She had to lift the front of an ATV, and she lifted it 18 times. So, she got, like, third in that. I think she got third or fourth in the yoke, which is carrying this giant, it's like essentially a steel frame that it's 2 taller steel posts, the one across that you pick up on your back, and then you put the weights on the end, and you pick that thing up with your back and walk a giant length of time, and they time you. And she did it in 10 point. It was I think it was 400 and something pounds, and she did it in 10.96 seconds. So. She got she did really well on that considering for most everyone. And then, it was just, she did really good. I was really, really proud of her because it was a rough day. It was so hot out, and we didn't we didn't calculate for this until afterwards, but it was in a parking lot where it wasn't level.
Oh, yeah.
It was just slightly, maybe like that. But it's enough that, when you're lifting a fuckload of weight,
it's going to throw you off.
Yeah, and so, when we were looking back at some of the videos, and what I recollect is that a bunch of people, when they were failing lifting shit, they were falling forward, and it's because they were at a downward angle.
Yeah.
And so that didn't help. So it was kind of like, all right, there was just first time doing it that way. We learned some stuff, but she killed. She did really well for everything involved. She set a personal record for the grip lift, which is essentially it's a giant bar that's the size, it's as thick as a Pringle can, maybe a little bit more. And then they put, weight on it. And she lifted 155. And so she tried to go for 170, but her hands are just physically too small to grip it enough at this point. So she would have done 165 because she was getting 175 up, but it just wasn't big enough to finish. So, the fact that she was we were all right, you would have got 165, even though you set your personal record already at 155. Like, it was a cool day for her, and it was a really cool time. We liked the event. They had some cool stuff. It just, yeah. Unfortunately, the timing was... So, essentially, there was, I don't know, maybe 40 to 40... I don't know, 40 dudes. Something like that. Maybe 30 to 40 dudes. And there was like 40 girls. And they had 2 lanes for the dudes and 1 lane for the girls to use. So it took a really, really long time.
Yeah.
So like most of these events, like they usually end by like 2, 3 o'clock after the awards. And we didn't leave until I think like 3:56, 4 o'clock. And they were then we didn't stay for the awards because she didn't place, and we were so tired. And so it was just also a lot of anyone that didn't place essentially didn't stay. Most of them didn't stay unless they lived in the area because it had already gone. Like they had made deals with some of the, because it was in Plymouth. It was in a smaller spot of Plymouth. So they had made deals with some of the businesses around, like, hey, can we use your parking lot for this for, like, it'll be over by, like, 3 o'clock, so when your business gets busy. And then they're like, all right, we didn't finish until fucking 4.
Yeah.
They were starting to, I guess they got, like, a call, like, hey, how much longer is this going to go? Like, kind of stuff. So it was, other than that, like, she had a blast training for the event. So that's one of the things is like we saw that she got really strong. She was like, I don't know. It was just we the things that we could have fun with, we did, and she did great, and I was proud of her. And she's proud of herself. She's bummed in certain aspects, obviously, because like she's looking back at like, damn, wish we knew to like offset a little bit to stand on the uneven ground that we were standing on. And like in hindsight, I would have brought an umbrella
for the sun,
just to, at least for her to. Well, luckily, like where they were at, she was in the shade of the building when she was waiting in line, so she wasn't necessarily in the sun, but still it was like 80 degrees out. And also not a single cloud until during the very last event. Of course, the 6 hours.
Yeah, you're sitting there baking, dude.
We got there at 8:30, and there wasn't a cloud until 3:30. Like enough so that when the one cloud did happen, the announcer made a point to say, thank the cloud for giving us shade for
30 seconds.
Whatever amount of time it's going to give us. Because it really was. Everyone was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
There was tents around, and we set up our stuff in some of those areas. So when she had just finished competing, we could go wait off for like 10, 15 minutes, get her a snack. We had brought a cooler and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it was. I think she's gonna do one more in her next one somewhere in January or March.
Okay.
So like that one will be inside because it's winter, so that'll be easier.
Yeah.
Because honestly, she thought it was gonna be inside too, for a bit, and then we were like, oh, it's a fucking.
It makes sense to do them inside, like. Something like that, like you plan for this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
What if it rains?
So like essentially they did have, it was at a gym, but it was very small, and it'd be one of those like it would have been really rough to try and do inside if it rained. But they also planned on it in October, so they were like
plan for a while.
Yeah, so they were kind of like, we didn't plan on it being 86 degrees in the first week of October. Usually it's supposed to be like maybe a high of like 70 something.
Yeah.
You know, more than likely it's supposed to be like high 60s, so it's not terrible. It's a good time. And then, because he really was like, man, who thought it would have been like 80, feeling like 90 degrees out here
in October.
In October, this is rough. Like, give it up. He kept trying to say, like, give it up for everyone because, like, they're dealing with all this like you are.
They're fucking bacon.
A lot of his line was, he was like, these guys are competing. You're not doing anything. You can get loud.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was, I mean, to be fair, it was a very long time. And people would get loud here and there for certain points.
Yeah, the people they went with probably for sure.
There was also one of my favorites. There's this woman named Margot. She was I assume, had to be like late 70s, maybe 80s. And she was still lifting like 100, over 100. Like probably like 100. And I think she maxed at like 155. Not 155. Like 35 or 145. Mm. And everyone, obviously, when she went up, everyone was like, "Oh fuck, we're cheering on! Like, this is sick! Like, you're still doing all this." And she lifted the ATV like I think almost 10 times. And we were like, "God, like that's sick! Like, that's inspirational stuff. That's really cool."
Yeah, that's fucking dope, dude.
So, yeah. So other than that, yeah, it was cool. We got to hang out with Jen and Skip. From she trains with them. It's Skip is Mark Williams' brother. We've talked about that.
Yeah.
They had their dog Pico, short for Pico de Gallo, but he was there, so I got to pet him a little bit, and that was nice. But otherwise, like, yeah, we just had a good time, and I did my best to ignore the heat. I eventually bought a tank top that I didn't realize someone was selling it until so my sister and brother-in-law left like after a couple hours. So they're like, all right, this, I was like, yeah, I don't blame you. We didn't know it was outside, and they had stuff to do anyway. So they stuck around, I think, till the end of the third event. And so her coworker Phil showed up later for some of the end events. And so, like, he walked by one of the booths and saw they were selling a tank top, and he just came back wearing it, and I was like, huh? He's like, they're selling it at one of the booths over there. I was like, there's only one event left.
Yeah.
But, like, that's probably going to be an hour and a half based on what's going. I'm like, I'm getting hot.
Yeah.
And so I did buy it. It was worth it, but, man, you forget, like, when there's no clouds out for that long and you don't plan.
Dude. It gets bad.
Yeah.
We wound up buying I wanted to buy a shirt at the airport. So I was like, I gotta get something, that says LA. Like, I bought a shirt when I went to return my suit. It was on sale for $20, like a nice Hawaiian shirt. But when we got to the airport, Christy was like, we did a lot of walking today. I kind of sweat through my shirt. I'm going to go buy a different shirt. She came back, and I was like, I kind of want a shirt. Like, it'd be dope. But I'm like, it's almost winter. Like, I also have a bunch of shirts. So I'm like, I don't need one. And then we were sitting there. It was like 8 o'clock. She's like, it's fucking cold in here now. She's like, I wish I, like, brought a hoodie with us. Like, because that'd be dope. And I was like, I kind of want a hoodie. I was like, the hoodies are on sale in there. Like, I think it was like $20.
No one needs a hoodie in LA.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll go get a hoodie. I was like, I'll get one that's my size and, like, borrow it for the airport because I'm fucking still, I'm a heater.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't need a hoodie for, like, at least another month.
Yeah.
But, yeah, same thing. It was like, we had spent so much time at that airport. I was like, I'm gonna go get a snack. I'm gonna go get a hoodie. Like,
I mean, yeah, we do that. Like, when we go to the airport, I, like, especially, like, during the layovers, like, when we land, as soon as we land, I'm, like, opening the gate, the apps, and looking on the Delta app, like, where are the restaurants and where's our gate first, and then what is around that, and deciding which of the 5 or whatever restaurants that are closest do we want to go to.
Yeah.
If we even have time or whatever. But That is, yeah. Like you're like, all right. Especially if you're gonna be a while, you're like, all right. Well, we know there's this place also we can go to for like an hour, and then make our way over and hang out for 40 minutes till the gate or something. But like,
I also expected because I have clear and TSA pre-check, so like I can get through the line like it's nothing. But I was like, I'm not gonna go to that. I'm just gonna wait in the line with Chrissy. DCW empty, so we got through like nothing. So like we got there a little late, which I think I told you about it already. Our first Uber driver never showed up. Like she said, she showed up and got us. She drove all the way to the airport, but we weren't there. So we had to get a second one. So we got there a little later than expected, but no TSA, no line, nothing. So we got in, went and got some snacks and then got on the plane. LAX, we left a little early. Like we went to that brewery and then we were like, well, let's just go to the airport. We're both tired. Like we can get there. You can work on homework. Like I can start charging the portable chargers and shit for us, and then we can just relax, maybe get food or something there. But we also expected, it's gonna take. We got to drop the rental off. The shuttle's gonna take a little while to get us there. That shit went fast. Let Bonnie out. TSA was completely empty. Fucking went through all that shit like it was nothing. And then had like 3 hours to kill on the airport. But because it was a red eye, like we went to this coffee place. We were like, she's gonna sit there, do some homework. We got to the coffee place at 7. And then they're like, hey, just so you know, like after we got our shit and sat down, they're like, hey, just so you know, we're closing the seating area at 7:30. And we're like, why didn't you tell us that before I ordered shit? Like, like I ordered a beer. I can't drink that out there. I have to drink it here. Like,
yeah,
I wouldn't have got the beer, or we would have went and found somewhere else before she fucking pulled all her shit out,
Yeah.
But then we wound up just sat there for like 30 minutes, went back over to our gate because the tables they had set up outside for you to sit at.
Yeah.
They had like a table the length of this room. 2 seats. That was it. So it was like you'd have to stand. And I'm like, we've been walking around all fucking weekend.
We're not standing.
We're not fucking standing. And I told Chrissy too. I was like, you can sit there if you want to. Like, I'll go sit over there. Then when one of the extra seats open up, I'll fucking move over. But we wound up just spreading out in the gate area. Like, took over a bunch of seats because we were there so fucking early.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, we like getting there early to be like, all right, let's go hang somewhere for a bit. Because I hate the anxiety of feeling like I might be late for the flight.
Same.
So I need at least an hour before the 2 hours, because I like an hour to make sure I get through, and then at least an hour.
I do 2 hours before boarding.
Yeah, same.
Because I've also had it to where like I've been at the airport early, and then like I'm sitting there. There's like 20 minutes until boarding, and then it's like, hey, your gate changed, and I'm like, fucking what?
Yeah.
Like, so like I want to be able to get there, get a drink or something, get a snack, make sure all my shit's charged up, make sure I got shit downloaded,
I don't feel like I've actually, like, I'll know I've had time off and gotten off work and got home and stuff, but if I'm going somewhere on a flight, like, I do not feel like I have started vacation until I have gotten to the airport and ordered a drink.
Yeah.
Whether it's coffee,
that's what
something, I just need to have ordered a beverage, a food, something at the airport to be like, all right.
That's what Chrissy said too. When we got to D2W, she was like, so we got to pull up Brandon and Melissa, right? I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? She's like, we got to go get a vacation drink. And I'm like, yeah. And it was funny. She saw like there's like a brand new wine place in DTW. And she was like, oh, there's a brand new spot there. And I was like, that's been there a while. Like, she's like, what the fuck do you mean it's been there a while? She's like, it wasn't there the last time I was there. I was like,
When was the last time you were in the airport?
It was there the last time I was there, and the last time, and the last time. Like,
Yeah, that's the thing is like because you fly so frequently. Like we might fly every
fucking
couple.
week.
For me, like we've technically flown maybe like once or twice a year,
Yeah.
depending on when we go to visit her parents. Most so
Yeah, and once or twice a year is like, I would say that's not even normal for normal people.
no. Again, like 2 of them are vacation, and then
Yeah.
the other ones were all going to visit her parents, which her parents paid for the flight.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even. It's a lot different. It's not necessarily going. It's going on vacation, but it's a not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And like
it's a visit.
I fly once a week.
Yeah, you're having. It's crazy,
At least.
man. It's so funny, like the mileage, all those points that you used. I'm sure it's gonna come back right away. Well, not right away, but
Well, when I check out of the room this time, right now I'm titanium status for Marriott, but I'm only titanium status because I haven't checked out of my room. Once I check out of my room, I will be ambassador, which is the highest. I'm already gold status with Enterprise. I switched over to national. I'm executive already. Like, silver status for Delta. Like, I'm gonna be gold like by the end of the year. Like, these points come back fast.
yeah.
So I am hoping I'll have enough for like a vacation again, maybe next year.
Honestly, it'd be nice if because next year I'll technically have another week to take off once May hits, because I'll actually get my 15 years of seniority that I hit this year. So like, if I am able to save a little bit of money, it'd be cool to do a boys trip, or even just something cool.
Yeah, it'd be a vibe, man.
Because it'd be, I don't know. It's been a long time. She's gone on multiple girls trips. I'm like, I would like to do one boys trip.
Let's go to LA.
No, I think she'd be pretty pissed at me for that, because there's too many things we have to do there.
Yeah.
But there's definitely places we can go that'd be fun to go. I'm sure it'd be, once we're like, all right, couple months out of figuring out what we might be able to do something.
Honestly, it'd be dope to get like a few of the boys.
Yeah.
Like, Nick would be cool to bring around. I like, you're always so busy. Like, Nick's always so busy and I'm so busy. So it's like, we rarely all hang out together. But it'd be cool to get you guys to mingle. But it'd be dope to do like, take a week off from work, all of us. I don't know if I want to do any more road trips, but like, we fly down, I can get a car rental, like nothing.
Yeah, no, it'd be more fly down. And honestly, even if it's just the 2 of us, like,
even that would be dope.
yeah, just to like, because we've never done a trip like, other than I think you've never gone to Cedar Point with us. No, you went with us once, right? No,
I've been to Cedar Point once.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, like you. So we've never really traveled.
Yeah.
So.
Hell, even Kalahari would be dope, man. Like, not even just as a boys trip. Like, get a group together to go. I wanted to do that 1 year for my birthday. Like, rent the villa. So like, we have like a whole, basically a cabin outside of the water park.
Got it.
We're not in a hotel room. We're in like an Airbnb, basically, with kitchen, everything, and just fucking vibe there. Go to the water park, hang out, go party in the fucking villa, go to the water park.
It's been a very long time. I've never actually been to Kalahari. I've been to Great Wolf Lodge when we were kids, long forever ago. So I kind of
I haven't been to
figured
Great
it
Wolf
out.
Lodge, but
yeah, it's probably the same thing, just more play stuff for the kids. Different stuff.
Yeah, I would
different
say
stuff.
Kalahari, I think, is a lot bigger.
Makes sense.
It has a lot of stuff for like adults.
Yeah.
Like, it's got like, hot tub that you can swim into, like a pool area, like fucking bar inside of the pool. It's got like a lazy river that you can bring drinks into.
Yeah.
Night swim and all that too. Like,
drinks.
drinks.
That's the main component that makes it
Drinks.
different. There's alcohol.
Pretty cool arcade in there too. Yeah, it's got some cool stuff.
But yeah, it's no, I was just thinking, I was like, that'd be cool if we can figure that out at some point next year, because it seems like maybe like you might actually get home at some point.
Right now, it sounds
But
like
maybe.
I'm gonna do one short trip because I fly back tomorrow, and then I will be flying home next Friday, and then it will be one more trip out there, driving home that time. So I don't know what I'm doing after that. It sounds like maybe some work from home, but also Cordero told me he's gonna be working in Lake Orion for a couple months. So I'm like, can I get on that?
Yeah.
So it's like, if they do that, I can do the full per diem, rent a room out here, and fucking vibe.
That'd be fun.
Mm-hmm. It'd be nice, closer to all you guys and everything too.
Yeah. I mean, there's a place close to anyways, so.
Mm-hmm.
But, other than that, I'm gonna say,
I'm tired.
you're tired, I'm tired. I'm in the, Melissa is now home.
Yeah.
So, we are gonna get going. It's good to see you in persons again. Hopefully they will be coming up soon, since if you're gonna be working from home for at least a little bit.
At least for a little bit, I think. I do think if I get back into travel, I know we want to keep weekends for us, but we need to figure out do a Sunday morning or Saturday morning, or Friday when I fly in, because I rarely have anything scheduled on Fridays. Just come over, knock one out.
Honestly, at that point, it will be just all right, when are you free?
Yeah.
When's best for you to do it? And we can just do it then. It's not, it's different. When you're home and stuff, it's easy to be like, all right, this is the schedule. But when you're scheduled, you don't know your schedule all the time, especially these next coming weeks, because you're going to be not 100% sure. I'm cool. That's why it's it was good that we did actually do this today. So now we're still for sure ahead. I can edit both episodes tomorrow or whatever, but I think tomorrow. I think we're supposed to go to the Ardmore. We're going to the Ardmore. Just I don't remember if it's tomorrow or if it's Friday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so the original time we went there is obviously we wanted to go, but we went with Patrick and it's supposed to be Patrick, his sister, and his brother-in-law, but Patrick couldn't go, so we just ended up going with his sister and brother-in-law who we'd never met.
Yeah,
they were a great time, but we want to go with Patrick, and he's pissed he couldn't go, so we're like, fuck it, let's go again. I'm excited to actually go. Well, I've gone and seen how, and so. Yeah, I was just looking at the menu again. I'm like, all right, now I got to pick between 3 of the things I want. I'm like, but either way, talking again, but
I didn't mean to yawn.
No,
and be I'm bored of you now, but I am fucking tired.
No, I feel you on that. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. We love you guys, and be nice to those that deserve it.
And fight those that don't. Goodbye.
Bye.